Hi, how are you doing?
Yeah, so I have been feeling under the weather from past few days, but it is getting better today. So yeah, how about you?
I'm pretty good.
Okay, so
Okay.
we are meeting. So it is
Yep.
our very first interaction. So I would like you to introduce yourself, then I will introduce myself.
Okay. So this is Pushpa Mehta. I'm from India. This is a state called Jharkhand. And in terms of my qualification, I'm undergrad basically, and my hobbies are reading, writing, and making video for my YouTube channel. That's all about me. How about you?
That is very nice. Okay, so I'm Abdul Kadir. I belong to Sindh and I'm from Sindh, state of Sindh. And currently I'm pursuing my bachelor's in English literature and I'm in my final year. So I'm going to be graduating very soon. And if I talk about my hobbies, so nowadays I'm having these kind of conversation with so many people to improve my English. And apart from that, I also like to watch TV shows, movies in English in my free time. So yeah, that is pretty much about me.
Okay, that's good. Good to hear. And I'm very grateful to have you on this session and having a conversation with you. That's okay. So, could you tell me about your English speaking journey? Because my viewer always just love to listen the journey of my speakers. So, if you can start from your journey, then share anything so you can.
Sure, I will definitely tell you about my journey. So, like as I mentioned that I am studying English literature, so I am pretty much associated with English. But when it comes to speaking, I was not paying that much focus on my speaking. But like it's been 6 or 7 months that I have realized, okay, now I have to speak fluently because I was somehow speaking English in my classes when teachers are asking me questions. So then I realized I need to focus on my speaking. I need to be fluent because when like as I mentioned that I'm in my final year. So after I complete my graduation, I will definitely go look for the jobs. And in job interviews, you are required to speak English, and you need to have communication skills as well. So that is why from 7 months, 6 months, I have been like doing these conversations. Firstly, I was also trying to get so many suggestions regarding to how to be fluent in English from YouTube. I was searching so many videos. Then I was scrolling, and then I find about these kind of sessions. People were having these kind of sessions. So then I found out, okay, now people are having these kind of virtual conversations to improve their English, and it is very helpful. So somehow I approached so many people and I talked to them. So it's been 6 months, like from 6 months I have been also having these kind of conversations. So this is my journey of English speaking.
Okay, all right, all right. So, are you from Hindi medium school or English medium school? May I know?
I definitely English medium, and I'm a university student. I'm not in a school. I'm university student. So I think in every university it is English medium, I guess.
No, it's not like that. English medium school and Hindi medium school, there's a difference between both. In Hindi medium school, you have to like study in Hindi. Most of the subject, let's say SST, social science. So you have to study in Hindi, not in English. Science, okay. So you have to study in Hindi, not in English. But in English medium school, you have all the subject in English, rather only Hindi subject because Hindi is only in Hindi, not in English, right? Yeah. So this is the difference. And if you go to some schools which is really high profile and really reputed school where students communicate in English only, not with teacher only, but with their fellow, with their like friends and whoever like study over there, they all speak in English. So yeah, they already introduce English as a spoken language, not as a subjective language. So I guess this is the difference between Hindi medium and English medium school.
Yeah, Pushpa, I think, thank you for explaining it to me, but I kind of already knew about it because I know about this, like what is Hindi medium or English medium, but I was actually talking about a university. School and university is different. So in most of the universities, like there is only English medium, except few, like there are only few universities, like they have their names also. For example, if it is kind of Hindi, then it would be like Hindi University, something like name related to that native language. But in most of the universities, the medium is English. So I was talking about that.
Okay, so you were talking about only universities but not schools, right?
Yeah, I was
All
not
right.
like if I talk about my school education, then my school education was in my sorry, native language, that is Sindhi. So I was not
Mm-hmm.
getting proper English medium
Mm-hmm.
education in schools. So my
Mm-hmm.
school was in my native language.
Okay, okay, okay. I got it. I got it. Okay. So I have a one question for you that what do you think? Like, I mean, English is really barrier for getting any job or in corporative sector or going anywhere and all. English is the barrier. If you
Yeah, I
don't know
think it
English, you cannot
is.
survive.
Yes, I think English is totally a barrier because nowadays, if we see everyone is speaking English, like it has become official language in most of the countries. I think in India as well. So, like when we are going for a job or anything, you have to speak English. So I think yes, English is a barrier.
Mm-hmm. Okay, you think English is the barrier, but probably I mean it depends what kind of job you want. If you go to MNC company, where you need only English, you have to crack your interview while speaking English only because interviewer is going to give your what to say like interview only in English because they are going to ask you in English, so you have to reply in English. So that's okay. But in some job you don't need to have English like speaking skill, I guess. Yeah, but those are very low type of job, I guess. Yes, I mean
Yeah,
if
yeah,
you're
yeah.
yeah,
I was also thinking that there might be some low kind of jobs
yeah.
in which we are not required to speak English, but in most
Yeah.
of the jobs we are supposed to speak English. And
Mhm.
nowadays, if we see so many youngsters are planning or have these kind of goals to visit abroad in so many countries, so they need to have this English skills. They need to have spoken English. They need to have communication skills as well.
Even I want to explore the world. So because of that, I'm learning English and I'm here to brush up my English, talking to you, talking to other. Earlier, I used to talk only on an audio call because I'm pretty much habitual while talking on audio call. But what about video call? What about facing somebody and talking and I mean, there's many more things, right? We need to learn while seeing person, looking at them, and talking. So this is a different experience than talking on an audio call, right? Where you cannot see somebody, you're talking anywhere, you don't know your mouth expression, your face expression, nothing. So that's why I have started this talking on a video call and having this session with them. So now I'm pretty much comfortable.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that is very true. Actually, I was also using some kind of apps because initially I didn't know about these concessions. As I told you that I was searching on YouTube and scrolling, then I find about it. But before that, like 5 days, I found an app called Open Talk. So in that app we can connect to a person and we can have an audio call conversation in English. So I was having English conversation in audio call, but when I find about these online conversations, I approached people, and I still remember in my first ever session, I was actually hesitating, but I was not showing on my face, but I was shivering inside. Like I was so hesitant, and it was the AC was running in my room, but I was still sweating because of that. So yes, I remember that. But as I kept having these kind of conversation, I became comfortable. I became confident. My hesitation and my nervousness got removed. Now you can see that I am pretty much comfortable in speaking as well as making eye contact, because eye contact is also necessary while you speak to a stranger. So yeah, this has helped me a lot.
Okay, okay, okay. So, do you really think that now you don't know, you don't feel shy while talking to people, you don't be nervous while talking to people, and there is spark on your eyes while talking. So do you really think that you have improved a lot?
Yeah, definitely I have, because even I compare myself. I have the video of my first ever session, and
Mm-hmm.
now I have improved a lot. Like in my first session, I was not even looking in the camera. I was looking right here,
Mm-hmm.
and not like in front of the camera. But now I have developed this confidence. I can comfortably speak to him, because when I was initially speaking, I was not that comfortable. I was like my body language was. I was just sitting still like this. So now you can see that my body language is here, my facial expressions are here, and I'm pretty much comfortable. So yes, these kind of scenarios, I think so many methods that I have tried, the audio call and so many other activities, but this method, that is video call conversation, this is one of the most effective methods that has helped me become fluent in English, as well as become confident while speaking to strangers.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so one more question, and that would be last question. But yeah, like my viewer always like to listen this, that if somebody is beginner, okay, I mean they are in their like initial phase of learning English, they don't know anything and all. So how should they start learning, and what are the way they should, like carry so that they will be able to learn and speak English?
Yeah, so like beginners, like beginners, like they don't even know the grammar. Are the beginners who knows grammar, but they don't know how to speak.
Uh, like. Like for both of them you can divide it categorically, for a beginner you can say this line, and for like who cross the beginning, okay, and know how to explain their self little bit, so you can say it for them also, yeah.
Yeah, so firstly, I will talk about those beginners who don't know grammar as well, but they are keen to learn English. So they need to, firstly, what they need to do, they need to learn basic grammar. If they have a teacher, that is good. If they don't, that is also good. They have a YouTube, like, because like there are so many videos on so many topics available on YouTube. They can just search it on YouTube, and they can learn basic rules of grammar, basic sentences, basic tenses like present perfect, present continuous, past continuous, future they just need to know basic rules of grammar. And while if they know the basic rules of grammar, they just need to speak. And while they speak, they don't need to focus on grammar, because they need to know basic grammar, but while they speak, they should not focus on grammar. Because why, when they focus on grammar, they will not be able to speak, because they will keep thinking sentence in their native language, then they will translate it in grammar, then they will speak on from their mouth. So I would suggest them, try to not focus on grammar and just keep speaking, because initially you will speak wrong, but then slowly and gradually you will be speaking like a fluent speaker. So I would suggest them for both beginners who don't know grammar and beginners who know grammar. So when they speak, they should not focus on grammar, and also they should need to know like good vocabulary. They should have good vocabulary as well, because vocabulary is also important. So they should know at least average amount of words which they can use while they speak. So this is my tip to them, I would say.
Okay, so just wait, okay, I'm going to what to say, turn off this recording, okay, for right now. But again I will record right now because I have some problem with my phone that I cannot download this video for 30 minutes, so I have to divide this video for two parts. So if you're okay with that, so can I like go for second video, because I have some
Okay.
problem. Okay, just wait.
Okay.